Hello, welcome to the live commentary, either medic or support kind of thing. This is Nosgoth. This is a free-to-play based on Legacy of Kain, if you know that game. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I don't know anything about it, never played it. But this has an aspect I can work with. So I'm looking at who my teammates are. This is a Prophet. This person can either heal or give shields. The Prophet. The Alchemist can heal. Not as well. And yeah. So my Q ability, I can blind vampires. It's humans versus vampire asymmetrical multiplayer. So humans on their own are very weak against vampires. They're supernatural. It reminds me a lot of the Van Helsing kind of setting. Kind of. But I don't know this world very, very well. So humans have to band together, be tactical, work together, play with their strings. Because if a vampire comes in, 1 versus 1, they almost always lose against one. So the Alchemist has pretty much a grenade launcher, like you would expect from, say, the Demo Man from Team Fortress 2. I do have a blind, but I believe it does affect my teammates, so I have to be very careful with that. Now, this is a healing mist. I don't believe this does anything to my enemies, so I have to be selective with that. However, I do have a blind. But at the same time, you have to be selective, like, you can blind your teammates, so it can be pretty bad. This here is a healing station. You can refill your ammo. I only have so many ammos. I do have a... Whoa! That's a Pouncer. Or Tyrant. Reaver? Yeah, he can pounce. He's kind of like a hunter. He can blind people in fog. Or impact them. Or like a dodge. Bonk punch. Think of that. So you do have to watch out. Vampires can climb walls. They can fly. Some can. It depends on what class they're playing. Some can fly and pick you up and take you away. Some can charge in, hit him first, and beat the snot out of you. These are superhuman. You can't regenerate your health as a human. You can as a vampire, about at least a quarter of your health, up to half of it anyway. And try to kill this dude. On the left, the red represents how close they are to death. The more it fills up, that's how much more damage they have. So with the Alchemist, you kind of have to aim your shots, but whoa! Yeah, the Deceiver is kind of like an assassin spy kind of class. So their ability was they could control me, either use me as simple kill, lead me towards the vampires, and they would try to kill me. I don't know if they control me, I can hurt my teammates, but you lose all control. You hear that growling? That's a Reaver trying to pounce you, so you have to watch out for. Nah, that's someone who can swoop in and do that. But thankfully, you do have a dodge similar to Loadout. I'm just trying to compare it to different games, just try to give you a fair idea how this game operates. Come get heals. Reminds me so much of that. That's very little, but the vampires have a slow-ish climb animation, so if you see them try to climb, get away, you can make use of that, and I have achievements. That's cool. Now this guy is a little bit damaged. There we go. And I'm just trying to focus, make sure. Yeah, Alchemist kind of has a higher skill ceiling, whereas the Hunters, they're like guns, but they're arrows instead. And that didn't do anything at all. Will I be able to get him? Got a kill assist, I will take that. We're doing very well against these guys. I'm about level 9. There are servers you can play in if you're under level 10. If you want to kind of get a feel for the game, but not feel bad about not doing well. However, we've been doing very well. Like, vampires do quite well. Oh, I might get killed here. Okay, I'm gonna find this and not get killed. So vampires, they get their health back from drinking blood. They have to drag their corpse away to somewhere safe. If they get attacked when they drink blood, cancels the ability. So there is that. So, yeah, lag can be a slight issue, however. Yeah, vampires aren't doing too great. Vampires don't really need to work together as much, but if they do, they can do insanely well. They just have to know each other's strengths and how they play. Red outline, that's a bad thing. Poison, that will mark where you are for the vampires. It will expose your spot. Give you an outline like where I can see where my teammates are. Now that's... Help me. There we are. Now he could use some healing. Yeah, I got a rough idea, but be careful about not being too aware. So this station will give you health back and refill your ammo as well. And that's one of his abilities. More like the assassin kind of character, like Nibs or Leon from Awesome Knots. So some people are taking damage, but we're doing just fine against the vampires. So working together, don't get too close or else an area of effect will be of great use. Just try to keep an eye out, watch the rooftops, make sure no vampires trying to get the sneak on you. So there seems to be somebody nearby anyway. Watch out for that. We're doing fine. And the Prophet, use some healing. So that works out pretty well. So we don't have to rely on healing stations so much anyway. And there's that. People trying to mount my Prophet. Go away. But yeah, they can do some crazy damage. This one seems to have a shield. That's what it appears to be anyway. And just try to stay together, if anything. And if I have them... I say stay together, then I fuck off. So when it's grayed out like that, you can't use it. So you can't just camp one and just use it over and over and over again. So we should go in this direction. Stay together. Just try to stay within sight. That person's coming back to us. Use blind, see if that helps. But that blue icon represents blind. I believe it does. Now this person has taken some damage. Yeah. So it works out pretty well. Wrong button. Yeah, I've had that happen too. You gotta be very selective with your blind ability. Now, and also kind of time your shots too. Am I able to... You do take self damage from your grenades, I'll call them. So you gotta be fairly careful. Oh, and I just got pounced. Help me. That's not good. Okay, they're starting to come around. Starting to work a little bit. Yeah, these guys can be quite diddly one-on-one if people aren't paying attention to you. They really take advantage of people who are not looking out for each other. So if you're trying to go Rambo, you're going to have a bad time in this game. That is deathmatch, but teamwork is highly rewarded because we're able to work together. Vampires aren't doing so great, but there's only 3 of them. One of them left for whatever reason. So it kind of gives you a rough idea, kind of gives us a chance anyway. Vampires normally win at all times, but to kind of balance that out, you win by how many points you get, not by just by playing one faction. Depends on how you join. Like, you play one round as humans, and you play one round as vampires. Like, we played vampires the previous round, it was 30 to 12 or something like that. We did amazingly well. And now we play as humans, so whichever team gets the most points by the buddy game's end, that's who wins. It's not decided by just one faction, if you will. So, yeah, having a ceiling over you and being able to keep an eye on the entryways and exits and rooftops really does give a great advantage. So that's why it's working out in our favor quite well. And there's that, in case we need to use it. Everybody's all topped up. Working out quite well. And there's the map in the lower right if you need to find a healing station or just find out where your teammates are in that way. So yeah, middle mouse is melee. Pretty good for Alchemist because if you get too close, you'll take self-damage from your grenades. I keep calling them grenades, probably a different name for them. Now, I don't know where the vampires are. They're probably looking for us. So it does buy us time anyway. The matches don't go on for too long. About 15 minutes roughly. So I'll spray that. Let my friendlies get healed up. But don't get too far away. But freelies. Yeah, it's actually quite fast. Kind of useful. That works. So if you look at it, it seems like you get blind. But I don't think it applies to me either. So my healing's just about ready, but someone's been... Oh, I see. Oh, I dodged right into that. Now fine. Ah. Yeah, I tried to run to my teammates, just try to let them know I'm being attacked, but they are quite a threat. Vampires are, so do not take them lightly. Even one vampire is very, very dangerous. And humans can take fall damage, vampires do not, so they're quite superhuman in that way, being undead and all. And they can climb walls. I think one class can climb walls, but they need to have that ability that allows them. I think it's healing, so we can work with that anyway. Oh, got somebody anyway. Just have to watch out. Where we're in an open area like this, it's a little bit dangerous. Those are minions by the summoner, so they can work out fairly well in that manner. Over. Oh, trying to get out of those. And we might... Oh, we got one. Now, heal up the Prophet. Oh, we might be able to get him. Kill assist. I'll take it. And we did just fine. Kind of give you an idea of this game. I'm liking it so far. I'm not really one for realistic games. Supernatural or cartoony kind of gets my attention better, so... Military games you probably won't see me play, but... I'm willing to play this game for a little while and see how I enjoy it. Not bad so far. So that was Alchemist and Nosgoth. For humans, there's the Alchemist and Prophet. They allow the medic and support. I think there's a support class for vampires, but I need to play them. Get the class unlocked. So, that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching.